Future is one of the most iconic artists of his generation and a major pioneer in trap music. I think a lot of people would say Future is the main artist who made the Atlanta trap sound mainstream, and he's somehow still at the top of the game today, being streamed above every other Atlanta trap artist in 2022, despite being in the industry for more than 10 years now. He's undoubtedly made it to the pinnacle of the rap game and maintained his relevance in the music industry for over a decade. And of course, his success has allowed him to live a lavish lifestyle that includes multi-million-dollar mansions, a fleet of luxury cars, and a monthly clothing budget in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Future is so rich it's become a part of his persona that he has more money than he could possibly ever spend. But his come up wasn't easy, and he's had to overcome many obstacles on the way to the top. Here is a look at the extravagant lifestyle of Future. So we know Future gets most of his money from music, but how exactly does he pull it off? Future currently has over 42 million monthly listeners on Spotify, which makes him the 57th most listened to artist in the world. In total, it's estimated that he's made at the bare minimum $7 million in streaming revenue alone, just from Spotify. His most streamed projects include Future, Dirty Sprite 2, and High Off Life, each of which have earned him well over $1 million at the very minimum. And Future is also well known for his concerts, which can be vastly more profitable than streaming ever could be. And it's confirmed that a large percentage of Future's revenue comes from live performances. In 2015, TMZ released a report that Future made about $150,000 for a 45-minute show. And he's come a long way since then. It was recently suggested that he charges as much as $1 million a show in a recent tweet. Future co-headlined the Summer 16 tour with Drake in 2016, which brought in $84 million in revenue, and he also went out on his own with the Nobody's Safe tour. The following year, he embarked on the Future Hendrix solo tour, followed up by the Legendary Nights tour with Meek Mill, and at the moment, he's gearing up for his One Big Party tour, which kicks off in January. So when you look at the insane amounts of money that tours can bring in over the course of just a few months, it becomes clear that touring is a huge source of income for artists, even bigger than streaming. In early 2022, Future also announced that he sold his publishing catalog to Influence Media Partners for an 8-figure payout. The purchase was backed by Warner Music Group and BlackRock, and they bought the publishing rights to over 600 Future songs written between 2004 and 2020. Although the exact sum he was paid hasn't been reported, some sources say that it was in the ballpark of $65 to $75 million upfront. That's a lot more than music money. That's generational wealth. Future has also landed several high-paying endorsement deals with brands ranging from Nike to Rolex to Reebok. And between all these various different income streams, Future is estimated to gross around $20 to $30 million a year just from streaming, endorsements, and live performances. And Future isn't just a big earner. He's also a prolific shopper, and he owns a vast real estate portfolio, a fleet of luxury vehicles, and more clothes and jewelry than one person could wear in a lifetime. Because what's the point of all that money if you don't enjoy it? Immediately after cashing out on his jaw-dropping publishing deal, Future dropped $16 million on a waterfront mansion in Miami. The house is located on Allison Island in Miami's exclusive North Beach neighborhood, and the 8,900 square foot property features 7 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms, and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the ocean. And Future is also famous for his luxury car collection. Bentley has long been his favorite brand, and he owns at least 3 different models, including a Bentley Flying Spur, Bentley Bentayga, and a Bentley Continental GT. And he's also proud of his custom-commissioned Chevrolet K5 Blazer, which he purchased from renowned custom tuners the Ring Brothers. Other luxury vehicles Future is said to have in his collection over the years include Porsche 911s, an Audi RSQ8, and a Land Rover Defender. Of course, it goes without saying, the cost to maintain and buy vehicles like this can be astronomical. But despite his massive success in the music industry, it wasn't always easy for Future, and he had to work hard to get where he is today. Future was born on November 20th, 1983 in the east side of Atlanta, and his childhood nickname was Meathead, which became his early rap name before he eventually changed it to Future. Future's cousin is Rico Wade, a well-known record producer and a member of the legendary Dungeon family, which included acts like Goody Mob and Outkast. At a young age, Future was inspired by watching his cousin succeed in the music industry, and at 18 years old, he began taking music seriously as a career path. Soon after starting to rap, he was introduced to another rapper, Rocco, who took him under his wing and signed Future to his record label A1 Entertainment. And from there, he began dropping back-to-back mixtapes, which quickly earned him a reputation in Atlanta. He got his first big break when he was featured on the song Racks by YC in 2011, which peaked at number 42 on the Billboard charts and stayed on the charts for more than 40 weeks. And sure enough, 10 years later, after dozens of full-length albums, countless hit singles and music videos, Future's latest album, I Never Liked You, ended up being one of the most streamed, best-selling, most hype albums of 2022, to the point where Future outstreamed almost every other trap artist in Atlanta, including some of the artists who were once considered his protégés, his successors. Because it's one thing to be influential and legendary, but it's another thing to still be outshining your competition 10 years into the game. And that's why Future isn't just a good rapper, but one of the best to ever do it. And of course, he has the insane persona to match his incredible talent and work ethic.